Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and this is another basketball reaction, and it's another Jimmy High Roller video, and the top video title is The Only Player That Matters, and it's like basically the video is based around Steph Curry, and this suggestion came from my video yesterday, and it was to do with the timeline of the Golden State Warriors, of how like they went from basically like being a team that was just there to make the numbers. And in the span of 5 to 10 years, they became the most dominant team. But I made a mistake. I thought they were still on top. I didn't realize Kevin Durant had left. So someone said he's now at the Nets, and he left. I think it was the end of last season or something like that. And not Kevin Durant. And then Curry and Klay Thompson have been like, I'm guessing someone said something to do with like hurt. So I assume they meant injured. So I'm guessing like they've been injured this season, like hit and miss basically, and they've got the worst record in the league, and I had no idea that was even the case. And that blows my mind how a team can go from 5 consecutive finals to now having the worst record in their league. But maybe this video will help to explain. Obviously, this is a year and a half old or so it's probably going to be from when the Golden State Warriors were on top. But because it's on Steph Curry, and someone said Curry's now been like injured, maybe it just like emphasizes even more how like important he really is. But yo, I do appreciate the fact that you correct me, because I'm not going to learn these things from just sort of making assumptions. When you guys correct me, it just, again, it teaches me, because I've read through the comments and it teaches me, okay, so I said that wrong, I said this right, etc. And it just, again, it's just a learning process. But I do appreciate it a lot. And yeah, this video is The Only Player That Matters. It's on Steph Curry. I assume it's just that it's going to show the importance of him as a basketball player, and I'm interested, man. He's one of my favorite players for sure. And yeah, let's just get into it and see what this video has to offer.
I think it's about time we all agree. The Warriors don't just need Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry...
Again, so now he's been injured like here and there this season, and this just goes to prove it even more. Would you say he's the best player ever, or?
And over the last few seasons, there has been a lot of blasphemy
in like the history of
Curry.
Their franchise.
Doubt, hate, disdain, bitterness. Although Curry has proven himself to be a champion, an MVP, and one of the most revolutionary players the game has ever seen, a lot of basketball fans continue to doubt his greatness. Why this is, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's because seeing a relatively small player put up 30-foot bombs,
it still blows my mind how he's
good for
small.
the game. Maybe it's because he's been a catalyst in the whole positionless basketball movement over the last few years, and basketball purists can't stand to see the traditional big man nearly being eradicated from the league altogether.
But that just goes to show, like, he's made such an influence. He's literally done that. Like, he's making certain positions or certain types of players pretty much not irrelevant, but a lot less effective. That just shows even more how good he is, right?
Or maybe it's because he does that little thing with his mouthpiece. I don't know. For some weird reason, people can't stand that. But whatever the case may be, one thing is for certain. The Warriors need Stephen Curry.
They can't disagree with that.
Or Draymond, or Klay, or anyone on the bench, in the front office, or on the coaching staff. But they have no chemistry, no rings, and no dynasty without Stephen Curry. Today, we're going to dive into the truth of this harsh reality and why exactly this is.
Okay, let's see this, baby. I'm excited for this video.
So, if you've been watching my channel for some time, you know that I'm probably the biggest LeBron fan there is. And over the past decade, as a LeBron fan, I have had the pleasure of watching the man tear apart some of the NBA's best teams, defeat some of the best players the game has ever seen, watching his legacy unfold in front of my very eyes. Now, of course, throughout the years, he has had his fair share of shortcomings, but all in all, he almost always finds a way to let his dominance be known. But over the past few years, there has been one man, one small, light-skinned man who LeBron cannot seem to get the best of.
And he says that. It's crazy how these guys, I think they came from the same hospital, or was it the same town? Something along those lines. Is it Akron in Ohio? Something along those lines. That blows my mind, how these two people, like from when they were kids, I mean, someone says Curry didn't actually come from Ohio. He was born there, but like he was initially from somewhere else, or something along those lines. He was born in Ohio, but then he moved straight away. But still, the fact that someone like out of everywhere, it's just how that sort of happens. It blows my mind.
A guy that has virtually
The
changed
Magic
the
Hospital,
course of
man.
LeBron's career and, quite frankly, the course of NBA history. Time after time, I had to sit back and watch Curry pick apart, dismantle, and humiliate LeBron and the Cavs.
As a LeBron fan, he
after
must have
time,
hated
I had
that.
to watch this man do things that had me thinking I was watching a game of 2K with the sliders turned
Wow.
all the way down.
The
How
slide.
does he do
I
that?
get what you mean with
He's
that.
just getting lucky. There is no way he can do that again.
He does it
And
again.
He does it again.
Yeah.
And again. And again. But he can't do that for an entire season. And then he does.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, he definitely can't do that next season. There's no way. Nobody is that good. Oh, great. He received back-to-back MVPs, one being the only unanimous MVP in league history.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's a shot chucker. He can't lead a team. Oh, wait, never mind. He just led his team to the most regular season wins in NBA history and 3 titles in 4 seasons.
Man. That was a getting
guys,
mad run, isn't it?
The jig is up. I can't sit here and deny it any longer. As a fan of the game, I cannot stand by and refute this anymore. Stephen Curry is one of the best players in NBA history, and he's not just one piece on one of the greatest teams ever. He is the piece on one of the greatest teams ever. No Curry, no Warriors. And yet, somehow, there are basketball fans out there who still think this guy isn't all that great. But I can tell you stories of Curry's greatness all day. So here are some numbers to back it up.
Okay.
Numbers that
So this is to do with stats. Yeah, okay. This is where I love videos. But when it comes to stats, I love that sort of
clearly
stuff.
demonstrate how important Steph really is. With Curry on the floor, the Warriors win a lot. Over the past 2 seasons, when Steph plays, the Warriors have won 80% of their games.
Wow.
Over that same time span, the Warriors have only won 52% of their games without Steph.
God damn.
That's a 28% drop in win percentage just because of one guy.
What the
And,
hell?
well, you may be thinking he is one of the best players in the NBA. Of course, his team is going to be worse without him. But just how bad they are without him is staggering. To put this into perspective, last year, James Harden won the NBA's most valuable player. When Harden was on the court, the Rockets won 76% of their games. When he wasn't, they won 54%. A 22% difference. A significant drop, but not as drastic as Curry's non-MVP
Okay.
seasons. But the thing is, none of the NBA's best players have quite the impact Curry does. Over the past 2 seasons, when the Bucks have Giannis, they win 57% of their games. When they don't have him, they win 75%. And
I've seen things like that before, like of it in soccer. Like there's certain players who are seen as world class, but then when they're injured, they get better results. And I feel like this blows my mind by this stat. And maybe it's because like with Giannis, they have to play a certain way, and without him, they can sort of play a different way. Maybe, but that is crazy. Like, whose fault would you say these sorts of stats are just the player's fault? Like, would you say this is Giannis's fault, or would you say it's the team's fault? Because it blows my mind that these sort of stats are possible with a player like Giannis. God damn. And maybe this has changed over the last year, but still, that is wild.
an increase of 17%.
That is
without their
insane.
star. Take a look at Curry's peers at the point guard position and you'll see the same thing. When Westbrook is playing, the Thunder win 59% of the time. When he's not, they actually win 60%.
What the hell?
With Kyrie Irving, the
That is
Celtics
very
win
close, but still.
63% of their games. Without Kyrie, they win 67%.
God damn.
Take the best point guard in NBA history, Magic Johnson. While in his prime, the Lakers won 77% of their games with Magic and 60% without him. Still, not nearly the impact
That is
Curry has.
crazy.
Now,
And that's a
I'm
player
not
like
saying
Magic
the
Johnson
statistic shows
too.
the whole picture, but it does give you a glimpse at how valuable Steph really is. But it doesn't end there. The Warriors are infamously known for having the most stacked team the league has ever seen, but Curry's supporting cast may not be as influential as you may think.
And again, maybe you see that with the current season. I mean, maybe more players have left than I realised, but still, what he's saying now, from what the people were saying in the comments in the yesterday's video, it's kind of backing up his claims.
Look at the numbers. Without Durant on the floor, the Warriors are a plus 15-point differential per 100 possessions. In other words, without Kevin Durant, the Warriors are still statistically the best team in the NBA.
Oh
so
my days.
Let's take things up a notch. Let's say Durant and Klay Thompson are on the bench. The Warriors are still a plus 14. But for good measure, let's take KD, Klay, and Draymond out of the game and leave Curry to play with the remainder of the Warriors roster, not including DeMarcus Cousins. Without Klay, Draymond, and KD on the floor, Curry and the rest of the Warriors roster are a staggering plus 14-point differential per 100 possessions. A number so impressive, it would be a league-leading offensive rating. In fact,
bro, that is
other
insane.
NBA teams in the last 10 seasons have achieved an offensive rating of that caliber. Steph makes such an impact on the court that without their 3 other All-Stars, he still makes the Warriors offense the best in the NBA. But
okay, fair play.
End there.
It gets even better, yeah?
Script and put Curry on the bench but leave in the Warriors' other 3 All-Stars. Golden State's offense plummets to a plus 5-point differential through 100 possessions. But let's say Durant is left on the floor without Curry, Klay, or Draymond. Many NBA fans would argue KD is the Warriors' best player, so he should be able to carry the Warriors in the same fashion that Stephen Curry does without his supporting cast, right? Well, without his all-star teammates on the floor, KD and the Warriors' offense falls to a minus 0.5 point difference.
That is... Yo! How influential is he?
When Curry doesn't have any other All-Stars on the court to help him, the Warriors literally have one of the most lethal and efficient offenses in the NBA.
Yeah, that is absolutely stupid.
In the same situation, and the Warriors' offense is below
these
average.
Videos, oh my days.
There's more. Over the past couple seasons, the argument for who is the best player on the Warriors has been up for debate. Durant or Curry? Well, this might change your mind once and for all. Without Durant, the Warriors won a championship and secured the most wins in a season of any NBA team in league history. But more recently, the Warriors have found an absurd amount of success without Durant. Over the past 3 seasons, the Warriors have won 82% of their games without Kevin Durant. That is more often than they won with KD. It also includes their 21-game win streak they achieved without KD in 2017. Yes, the Warriors went 21-0 without KD for 6 months straight.
Bro.
Without Durant, the Warriors are 27-6. Without Curry, 22-20.
Yo, that is a mad difference.
Really think about. But the thing is, as important as Curry's impact on the court is, it's what doesn't show up on the stat sheet that really makes Steph. The swagger, the brotherhood, a sense of reassurance that if Curry is on the court and on your side, somehow, some way, he'll find a way to lead you to the promised land. He may not always take the last shots or make the final stop on defense, but you can guarantee with near certainty that he will play his immense role and get the job done almost every single time. Bruce Frazier, player development trainer for the Warriors, says he loves the game. He loves life. He has great energy. The joy he brings to the game, it's very contagious. It permeates throughout the entire organization. Quite simply, without Steph, things like this happen. Stephen Curry may not be the biggest, the fastest, the best defensive presence, or even the best scorer on the Warriors. But one thing is crystal clear. Stephen Curry is the heart and soul of arguably the best team in league history.
Exactly.
And I think it's time we all recognize that. And really, all you have to do is look around the league to see Curry's impact. For the past few decades, three-point popularity has increased at a slow, creeping pace. For the most part, threes were seen as inefficient. The mindset
he changed it all, didn't he, bro? He changed that sort of outlook, sorry.
The closer the shots, the better the shots. But ever since Steph showed the basketball world that the three-point shot is actually the most advantageous variable in all of basketball, everyone's opinions on the dreaded three ball have changed drastically. Of course,
that's an influence,
man. Change our opinions on the matter, but he is without a doubt the most impactful. So, I'll leave you with this. Here is a graph showing the progression of three-point shots.
I've seen some of this before. This is mental.
Teams from 1998 to 2013.
So it's kind of like a steady sort of rise. He's sort of rising a bit quicker at this point.
For the most part,
But
the three-point shot has increased in popularity, but very slowly. At one point in time, the three-point rate actually didn't change at all. The
oh
amount
wow.
of threes taken
Oh
every game by
jeez.
teams didn't budge for multiple seasons in a row. Simply put, for the last 3 decades, three-pointers were seen as a slightly viable strategy on occasion. Now, here's the progression of three-pointers taken since Stephen Curry's first MVP season.
Oh my god. Oh, talk about influence, bro. Oh, that is insane. That is absolutely insane.
Stephen Curry isn't valuable to the Warriors. He is the Warriors.
Come on,
Hope you
this
all enjoyed,
video, man.
and as always, until next time.
Bro, he's made another banger, man. This guy doesn't fail to make good videos. This was insane. And I didn't realize, like, there were, like, again, there's a rivalry between Curry and LeBron, but like, I always just saw Curry as like the player that no one really hated. But I guess maybe I'm wrong. Like, but man, it just puts into perspective how influential. Again, not just on the court. Like on the court, he's insane. Like he's got all the stats to back him. It's off the court where you can't actually like use statistics to prove. You just use like, I guess, experiences and like past players will probably tell you about how incredible he really was to be around. But man, this video, I need to see more stuff like this. It just shows so much, and it puts into perspective like how important certain things are in the sport. And like, yeah, man, if there's more videos like this, please let me know because these are so interesting to watch. Again, it involves stats, and I love my stats. And like when the stats sort of again go to sort of show how influential a player is, it just makes for an absolute banger of a video. But yeah, let's just read the Warriors don't suck. They are just honouring Kobe with 24 straight. I forgot. Yeah, I didn't realise they were that bad right now. I didn't realise they were that bad. Who is here when exactly that is crazy. See, this video just with everything that's happening, like well, that was happening with them in the league, how they had the worst record. It just goes to prove even more how important, like how influential Curry is. All these comments are from the last like recent times. Yeah, when he says that, but I mean, I guess it's true in a sense. Like beforehand, like what is the Warriors' record before Curry? Like, so they've won 3 championships. Like Curry's won 3. I'm just gonna search just to be sure. I think Curry's won 3 NBA championships. But how many championships has Curry? He's on 3, and how many championships have the Warriors? Because he's won all of his championships with the Warriors. 6. Bro, talk about change. Oh, mate. Okay, so he's got to be up there with, got to be like top 3 greatest players in the Golden State Warriors history. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking absolute nonsense. But seeing those stats, etc., you can't really deny it, can you? But man, what a player! And again, this is probably why I knew of who Steph Curry was before I'd even started reacting to basketball. Like he was just one of those names I knew of like from ages ago. I just sort of always saw him on the internet, on TV. Just he like, and that's just sort of like that gives me like a sort of, or that gave me a feeling of okay, he's a sporting icon. But then seeing things like this and actually learning about it, it just further proves that point. But yo, again, like I've said about 100 times, more videos like this, please just suggest them. But until next time, like, subscribe, peace.